and dark steel ore being deposited off of it. You guys pull up to the city hall, as it were, or the, I suppose, former quarantine headquarters. Slayers now the martial law headquarters for the Slayers.
Ah, shit.
With a wing detachment for the Seekers to just have a outpost at. But it's very much more the Slayers post now than the Seekers.
Are we able to ask around and find the guy that we talked to initially?
For me, luck.
Fuck.
It's been 3 days and a lot of orders.
Yeah, I figure.
One of you roll me luck.
46!
He's not around.
Shit. Who's the next in
So
charge?
you ask, like, the assorted... You don't dare talk to the Slayers. You ask assorted Seekers, like, hey, we're the ones that came in town. And they're like, yeah, we know. And then you're like, okay, we had a liaison. And they're like, you did.
Where's the guy that assigned the liaison?
You don't need to know.
We need to talk to him.
About what?
About helping Mira.
The Seekers squints their eyes at you. Uh-huh. Well, I'm his best of liaison you're gonna get around. What's up?
We have information that will help end this plague.
Uh-huh, sure you do. Lay it on me, then. Lay this reef of information upon my head.
Well, I would just throw it out to anybody.
Just like I don't give the location of my superiors to just anybody.
I look to Aldrich, like, what does he think of the whole thing?
Well, if he doesn't want to solve the problem plaguing this town, you know, that's his funeral.
Roll me intimidation.
That is true.
You're pulling the manager.
Yeah, really.
It would be.
So here's the
No,
thing.
I
I
would
know
be
more
better.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
If you don't want my business,
Oh,
now
rip.
go somewhere
Hey.
else. Wait, we have Terra now with
Yeah,
the coin of
that
Karem.
coin.
if she wishes to employ it.
Please. Taryn?
Don't leave us now.
She's got to get to her mute. You know how it works.
Yeah.
She's not muted, that's the thing.
There you go.
Can you hear me? Can you not
Yeah.
hear me?
Now we got
Okay. Yeah, I'm employing it. I think I was laying on the
Okay.
microphone.
And then Taryn
Better.
rolled me too.
Better.
Long
I
rest.
remember this time. It's a long
I
rest.
know.
Hey,
we just
can we get some bardic inspiration? No, it's too late for that. Never mind.
I'm just like imagining him like, well, if he doesn't want to solve the problem, and we'll just, what's your name again? Just we can.
Like, what looks at the name tag?
Yeah. If you don't want to have to solve the
No,
problem,
Gary.
Roberto, then
Anyways.
So what you fail to realize is you immediately realize Seeker.
What?
He just pulls, like, grabs, like, one of his, like underneath his, like, cloak, and pulls out, like, a tag, like, sort of like dog tags, and his dog tag is more decorated.
oh damn,
So he is a higher up.
he's the manager.
So, about that information.
Does the name
He's not super high up on the rung, but he's better than, like, Mira level Seeker.
Does the name Aiden Hughes bring anything to mind?
Scientist, or something of the sort. Devros, probably dead at this point.
Yeah. Try the other way around.
What
That
we've
doesn't make
learned
any
is
sense,
that
but-
what we've learned is that he is the, how do you say,
He may
origin of this.
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
Really, like, started just talking about this, like, not in the main hall of this, like, city hall, but off to one of the wings of the Seekers, but still, like, just around the corners and everything. And he's just sort of listening to you guys in this hallway. And how do you know so?
Well,
Well, we have our sources.
That is the most suspicious fucking thing I've ever heard outside of Mira's testimony.
What was Mira's
Did
testimony?
you see the Special Watch banner showed to you?
I haven't seen any special watch stuff. I'm gonna allow you to retcon this something. The special watch don't flash their badges.
You meant
Royal
the
Guard.
Royal Guard.
Yeah, Royal
The
Guard.
special watch don't flash their badges. B are supposed to be in showing
Yeah,
in
I
the
meant
capital right now.
Yeah, I got the words confused in my head. I
Yeah,
meant
that's
the Royal Guard. Yeah.
He like looks up on like one of the higher floors.
The maester we came in with.
I'm aware. Fuck it. Let's go talk to him about it. And you just follow me. He's walking towards the staircase.
Ah, see. Now you are where we need to
well,
be.
I'm a bit. Thank you.
He
think
stops as you like awkwardly like it's clear that you're gonna say something, but then transition.
I just
But it
like
just keeps going.
like please, Marshall. just do what we do. Don't say anything.
I messaged Marshall. Don't mention the Way Shaper.
You
How are you in my
what
head?
now?
Don't mention the Way Shaper.
Where are we at exactly?
You're in the Seeker's wing of the city hall.
Which languages does Marshall speak?
Human languages.
Okay.
Common. Bajoran.
Nevros. Because Nevros are humans. So eventually you guys are led up, and then there's like just two Seekers.
I think O has a
So,
I
Yeah,
am standing close enough to
Okay,
him.
that's it. Everyone, now talk.
yeah. When I get that message,
Okay.
claw at my ears
No.
and find the closest beam or wall and just yell, "Get out of my head!" and slam it.
son of a bitch.
Oh my god, I love you so much. Sure.
Y'all go ahead. I will stay with our special friend. Are you
The
okay?
Seeker
Mark?
stopped and just like squinting deadly at Marshall.
Yeah, I'm just like, come on, cousin. We are.
Like some Seekers from like the rooms of this hallway peek out their heads, and then some Seekers that were down the hall from you guys, but like far enough away that this conversation is a bit more private. They're still in the hallway, and then they see this as Marshall shouts, "Get out of my head!" and everyone's just staring daggers at you guys.
Yeah.
He has issues.
You all go ahead. I'm gonna stay with our special guy.
I
Marshall,
need
are you okay?
someone roll me persuasion with disadvantage.
Can I just roll deception?
Oh yeah, deception with disadvantage.
Okay. I actually had to put on disadvantage. I don't know.
Because you knew. 14?
What do you guys think the DC is?
Like 17.
Probably higher, but we have no.
Probably a 13, really, if I'm being honest.
You rolled a fucking 3.
Okay, but here's the thing. He rolled a 3.
You rolled a
Yeah,
You rolled a 3.
Okay, so he's just like, I feel like he knows, but he knows all better than to question it, because it's gonna make more drama.
No, I
You're
think
a
that
dick.
just convinces him, these guys are fucking crazy, I'm not taking them to my boss.
Well, he's not taking him to your boss. He's taking him to your boss.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all go ahead. I'm staying with our special friend. Marshall, are you okay?
Yeah, if you get close to me, I just slap you as hard as I can away from me.
I'm okay, everybody. I'm okay. Marshall, it's me, Karis. Okay, I just talked
He
earlier.
taps one of the Seekers, like, that's peeking his head out of the room. Like, just taps him on the shoulder. And whispers something to him.
He just has a shock. It's fine. He has PT.
I mean,
The
honestly,
Seeker leaves the room and goes down the hallway past you guys. Back into the main wing.
Yeah, I'll just stay with Marshall. Y'all can go ahead.
This head seeker guy you're talking to just stays
Yep.
and waits. A few moments later, the seeker he sent off comes back with like 4 slayers.
Yep. And I didn't leave out of game. Didn't leave my bag in the fucking cart.
I mean, props to you guys. Props to you guys for promoting unity between the two. I just don't think this is the best way.
Could I have, in hindsight, put my bag in the car? Because at this point, she would have learned the lesson, but I'm a dumbass.
No.
Please?
No.
It's my birthday!
No, it's not.
No.
Fuck out of here.
You rolled a 3 on inside. Why is there guards coming?
He didn't.
No,
you
you
did.
That just
Right.
reminded me that this is the first time we've played since my birthday. Just remembered.
Hey.
Say.
Congratulations, we're all arrested. They're gonna see I have magical items. We're all dead.
I mean, that's like a really quick assumption to make, but also very correct.
Can I change his insight roll to bumbling buffoon
He
1?
didn't. He didn't roll anything.
Oh, okay.
This is just
You guys rolled. I put a DC.
What do I have?
Because you're
I
not
see.
fighting one seeker right now. You're fighting the entire hallway of
That's
seekers.
fair.
Okay, I understand.
Is it too late to say anything, like the Champion of Fate or anything?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Alright, cool. Too late to give inspiration, too late to do that. We're all fucking
I'll
dead.
give you one avenue out, and that's fucking like Connor.
Well,
And
yeah.
that's that's like him walking down the stairs to take a break, and then he sees you guys fucking this shit up. So one of you roll me luck.
I'm not touching that thing
Dima?
right now.
Dima,
DC is 40. So 3
come
to 5.
on, girl. You can do it.
If I
Or 2 to
here's the
5.
thing, if I do bad, can I use my inspiration to reroll?
Roll luck. In technicality, no, because inspiration would be like your character's inspired and it does better.
Yeah.
Look, I'll be 100% real with you. If you get above 40, I'm just gonna use Champion of Fate. That'll make it 20.
You already rolled it.
Well, Champion Fate works on D20s.
Oh, I thought. Oh, well, fuck. Saving throw, succeed a skill check, choose. Can I use dreams and expectations to reroll any roll? It says any.
Don't you start lawyering with me?
Please.
I'm the one that gave you that tome of favor.
Yeah, and we're supposed to use them, and I desire to use it. I mean, we could still
Very
fail.
well.
All right, we going
Very
again?
well. Yep.
Let me type correctly. I can't type.
You just push it up.
I mean, I could.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
So as this seeker, trailed by 4 slayers, comes up to the head seeker that you guys are just talking to, Connor is coming down, smoking his pipe, and then he just looks like he's about to like leave the building or something, just like take a walk, just chill for a minute, and then he just sees, he turns down around the corner of the staircase and sees all this, and then
He considers
those
walking
who are
off.
facing this direction look at him, and then this prompts the head seeker guy to look at him as well, and then Connor looks at the head seeker. Let me guess. Another prank. Prank. So it is a prank. Prank.
We got you.
All of you upstairs. He points to the tip of his pipe.
Follows.
Conversations need to be had. Information. Guy nods, and then looks at the stairs. Senior services won't be needed. Dismissed. All of you upstairs now.
Yeah,
See,
no argument from
Matt
me.
has,
I
like-
follow.
Scolded dog body language.
Aww.
Like your head is bowed, and you're just like, damn it, I got caught again.
Yeah.
Chedamir's just irritated.
I'm trying
Not
to
even
be
mad, just
good. I'm
irritated.
supposed to be the smart one.
Well, you didn't fuck it up.
He walks up and then opens up a door, which is like left and right are like 2 seekers. He just opens up. he says to them as he like opens up the door and walks past them. Well, look at that, lads. I'm already back. And then he just walks past them, and they're just looking like dead straight.
Hi, who's in here?
It says you guys, and then like he's waiting at the door, and then slams it shut.
Hi, Connor.
What do you think my emotion is right now? What do you think?
Can I cast Sense Emotion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I really hope it's neutral because you really need to stay neutral.
Not mad, just disappointed.
Annoyed.
He's feeling annoyed? Okay. Annoyed as fuck.
Correct.
But keeping a level enough head?
And slightly proud that we
There's no sense of
survived.
pride going on here.
Inside this room, you see that there's a number of alchemical apparatuses as per usual, but there's just shelves filled with assorted samples of what you would assume is these infected people. Dark and Icarus and just gross and just black and everything like that. And even off to the side is like an autopsy table with one of these individuals just laid out dead.
Good thing we brought Mishka along.
She's probably on the card, isn't she?
That's up to you guys. I don't know.
I would think it's really funny if she was here.
I think it'd make more sense if she was just staying with Danway while we took care of business.
Fair enough.
Personally.
Hanging out with Coin.
So, before I start digging into all of you, how was your trip out of town?
Oh, you know, met some ghosts, got almost killed.
There were no ghosts.
Yes, the adventuring lifestyle.
We found a magical sword that kills Fae, apparently, or something.
Not even close.
No? Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Not even like in the same time zone.
Did you have the box?
Yeah, it was from our friend the Witch,
You keep saying friends, but...
Valerie.
Business associates.
Associate.
Valerie.
That's
It's
good.
a big goo.
She.
It looks like Edgar now.
They named it.
Actually, fair point. Do you have a name?
Oh, God.
All have
that is
animals.
that is pathetically hilarious.
Yep.
First you met Selden, and now you name something Valerie.
Why
That
not?
is fucking hilarious.
Oh shit, I know exactly why. Jedimir doesn't, but I do.
Does he know someone named Valerie?
You
Is
ask that in game?
Molestus named Valerie?
Do you ask that in game?
Yes.
Yes?
No, it's not her fucking name. Her name's Valeska. But back when she and Cedric got tagged along into our group, and he taps himself, we only knew them by false names.
Oh my god!
Selden and Valerie were their fake names. Took a while before we got Cedric and Valeska out of them. That is fucking hilarious.
You know
True
what?
gods above.
It's just a big goo pile. Just
Big
with an
goo
eye
pile.
on it.
It's the Spurd.
He looks at you, Seema. Okay, someone that was there for the initial incident. What is it?
It's
A
a
big
large mass of.
A
Is it
very big bird is
really
pecking at the window.
Oh, fake Edgar! I opened the door. Valerie, come in! It hates when I call it Valerie.
You really shouldn't.
Pisses at her.
It flies onto your other shoulder, Chedamir. Like, trying to be like this fake Edgar. And then Edgar's like, "Wah!" Just like pissed, like, fuck. This is my perch. My perch.
That's
Fuck
my
off.
territory, bitch!
Can I just like hold Edgar and pet him slowly? Just like, shh, it's okay.
I
know, it's not okay, but shh.
He's not crowing at you. He's crowing at the,
I
agent.
know. I
Does
know.
it retreat?
No, he doesn't give a shit.
By the way, what is
When
your
this
name?
creature said death is irrelevant to it, it meant it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it already learns to be depressed.
But
It has
That's-
no emotion.
it, our new companion?
Do you have a name we
That
can call you
seems too
by?
warm
That's
about
not Valerie.
Did you get another fake girlfriend, Chedomir? I know there's gonna be pissed and she
Holy
got you the same
shit! I'm
gift.
gonna end you.
I mean,
Listen, here
I
you
think this would
fuckers.
be more of a
I had to deal with that shit
gender-fluidity
downstairs by telling a
friend.
half-truth. Alright, I get to roast all of you as much as I want.
That's
Grill
true,
you over a
that's true.
fire.
Shit, yeah, you're right.
You're right. You're right.
Thank you for that. What are you doing?
My
Not
face
very
side showing, I
fucking
told a
mercy.
half-truth. Because you guys have done suicidally stupid pranks before in the past.
Okay.
happened,
no, I wanted to say
actually,
I've
'cause-
never- I did the one time, you know.
One time is all the precedent I
Allowed.
need for it to be a half-truth.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm
Yes,
just
can you
saying.
guys hear me?
Remember that time I got invisible in a bar?
And nearly got yourself killed? Yeah.
Yeah, so he wasn't
There
lying.
you go. He comes up to this bird. Yeah, he taps it with like one of his fingers that's like not holding the pipe. Just boop, just pokes it. I'd expect the servant of a Felgo to be a bit more menacing. The bird
Oh, he
opens
can
up
look-
its beak and speaks.
Yeah.
Not true form. Connor's like continues poking it. Yeah, whatever.
He can look very scary.
Have
man.
we?
He could probably eat your hand.
I addressed the bird, and I'm like, have we seen your true form? Was that how you first? Was your true form how you first presented, or was that a disguise as well?
Lesser form.
By the way, do you have a
I
name we
suspect.
could call you by?
Names
Valerie's-
irrelevant. Worthless.
I'm not
Worthless
calling him
binder.
So
Agent.
Valerie it is.
So call him Agent then.
No, the evil bird speaks true. Names are very powerful binders. And honestly, being born without one probably is all the better.
That's why I
Shame
said
about that.
go by, but...
That's why that cleric, Paige, she doesn't have her name anymore.
I like
Alright,
it.
I imagine that Seeker's gonna take a look if his superiors from the spies gets here. I figure 40 minutes. You have 40 minutes to tell me what the fuck is going on with this. And he points at like the tip of his pipe at the evil agent bird.
Is it evil?
Damn it's evil.
Valerie is nice.
Can we get an explanation of what happened with Marshall, though, real quick first? I feel that's kind of important considering what the fuck just happened.
Oh.
If you look back, he's has fist clenched against his now bleeding forehead, closing his eyes, just repeating, "Stay out of my head, stay out of my head, stay out of my head, stay out of my head."
Aw.
Would Tala be here?
I would assume so.
She's very distant, like physically distant, and just watches you. To anyone,
Aw.
like, no, she looks cold, not
Like she-
afraid.
Has she seen this before?
Does she look like Owen?
No.
You know
More than one way?
that face he gets sometimes.
No.
Can I, like, go
Connor comes
down
up.
and kneel in front of Marshall without getting smacked?
Is there
Alright,
anyone
well, getting smacked
besides?
is a very potentially subjective term, so.
She's saying, like, a foot away or so.
Crash.
Yes.
Is there anyone beside Connor and us in the room?
No.
I sent him a message warning him about naming the Wayshaper in the presence of the Seekers, and then that happened.
Marshall.
Oi,
Was
oi,
it?
big guy. No one's in your head. Right. looks at the and then he looks at the rest of you. Right.
Right.
At this instant, yes.
Nah.
Marshall, did someone control you once before? Do something bad?
After kind of hearing what y'all said, his breathing starts slowing.
That's
Opens
right.
his now bloodshot eyes. He's like, Stay out of my head.
Okay.
Connor takes a step closer. Just like he's looking at you.
I would think you would have a defensive posture as
Okay.
anyone gets closer to him.
Aldrich, I think you should probably apologize. Maybe.
Connor takes a step away, begins walking over to a table.
What you heard, Marshall, was my voice. I am very sorry if I startled you in some way. It was not my intention.
Just kind of sitting there and looking around at everyone. Just... Do not do it again.
I will not. You have my word.
Connor comes up to you, Marshall. Slowly. As to not spook you, I guess. Lean forward, big guy. Just begins undoing like some like bandages and gauze and stuff like that. Let me push that up.
Like the point, like his ears are all bloodied up from clawing
Yeah.
at him.
Begins like pouring like some like basically alcohol, like desanitizing agents. Begins patching you up.
Marshall, is there anything else that you would like to tell us to not do, so that we don't hurt you again? Besides staying out of your head,
Stay out of my head.
we can do that.
And just glance over at Talo.
She just looks very. It's like watching like a haunted child and like a. It's very distant.
Just starts to say he's sorry and just kind of stops and goes to looking back down.
All right.
It's okay,
Nothing's gonna
Marshall.
hurt you.
Connor asks you some like medical questions, essentially like, do you hear ringing in your ears and stuff like that? He's basically trying to diagnose you.
Did you rip out your eardrums?
Your hearing's fine.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Gets like some like beeswax out of like one of his like alchemy satchel, lanes it with like some potion, and just sort of like doesn't put it directly into your ear, not entirely, but he just sort of like leaves it to just sort of stay around like your like central ear hole. If anything begins ringing, just tell me immediately. And he continues like patching up the rest of your head.
Yes, Master Connor. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Let you do it. So, you guys compromising your comrades aside. Trips, ghosts, monsters, nearly dying.
Yeah, so
Hello.
I'm guessing we just tell him everything.
Info dump.
Yeah.
I would have given him
Thursday.
the knife, saying, might want to use it on something you're willing to lose first time around, though.
He like unwrapped, like he takes it curiously from you and just begins unwrapping it, and again, it just glows white hot.
We also got you a fancy jar.
Bigger pun.
You're welcome.
There's more to it than that.
And then you tell him the rest of the story about the jar. At the end of it, he's just like looking at the glowing dagger in like his gloved hands. Good thing about trial by fire. Yeah, fire resistance. Yeah, so at the end of it, he's just smoking his pipe. And he has finished telling the story. What a cunt.
Right?
Yeah, he wasn't very nice.
Very neutral, honestly. Which was not
And
useful.
Oriana wonders why I'm not religious.
To be fair, though, he did say if we bring him a sample.
I'm not giving that fucker a sample of this.
Alright.
This good diseased meat.
Well, no offense to that bastard who I honestly don't give a fuck about. I don't know him. I don't know his security capabilities, even with his magic jar. If that shit breaks down the dwarven states, suddenly we'll be walking around and then dwarves will come out from our feet and start killing us with their plague infection everywhere we go. I'm not looking forward to that. I know I've already fucked up the world enough as it is. No.
Fair enough point. Didn't really want to take this outside the city anyways. So,
Well, congratulations, you just stole a nice jar from him.
eh.
Bring to the maestros. Poor Nicholas, use it.
By the way, I wasn't there for this. Is it a magic jar or is it just like a nice jar?
It's a
No, it's
blessed
not.
jar.
A blessed jar.
Well, consider it yours.
I'll probably give it to my master. I don't like carrying around holy artifacts. Sure, because that's how we fucking lose holy artifacts in the world. Or corrupt
Makes
them.
sense. Also makes sense.
But anyways. And that's at this because you guys had to regurgitate. Yeah. So that's at this point.
And here we go.
And those are seekers. You see that the one guy is there, but he's not in front. He's like, there's three of them, and he's like sort of like to the back right of this front individual who's much more like I want to say ornately dressed and not in like a military decoration manner to the point. So it's like it's very minimalistic decoration. Like it's not hindering, it's not overbearing. It's just sort of boop, just a little boop there that indicates that he is of a higher rank and of higher status. Of course, everyone here is masked and cloaked and all that. Connor fits right in, doesn't he? Yeah. So that Connor opens up the door and sees these three seekers. I've been told you have information. I do. And this head seeker looks at you guys. Are they trustworthy? Unfortunately, yes.
I wave. Hi.
I see. The head seeker stepped into the room, and then Connor closed the door behind him and his two fellow seekers. So, what do you have?
I guess we tell them the whole story as well?
No.
Okay.
No.
This one's much more nitpicky.
This one is on Connor's end.
Okay.
I've got good news and I've got bad news. Such is the case of life. Indeed. Which would you rather hear first? The bad news. The bad news is, I think there's some intelligence to this. And he points at the corpse on the autopsy table. Intelligence to it. What do you mean? I mean to say that I think that all of them have some shared sense capacity. A hive mind? Not necessarily. Not to that full extent. And he begins going over to the autopsy table. And then just gestures for all of you to come closer, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
If he needs a guinea pig, I volunteer immediately.
Nope.
He's not asking for any volunteers. He's already done all the work.
Marshall does not. He stays.
He has like this split open skull, like lengthwise down the middle, past the nose and all that, just like a hot dog. And then has the exposed like spinal column as well. So it just sort of continues all the way down the face, down past the chin, down to the spine. So I've noticed some recurring growths amidst all the samples. And he points at this node, this fleshy node that's at the top of the spine where it meets the neck, and it's sort of like a cancerous growth, like sort of stretches down. Whatever this thing is, it's between all of them. Now you might just be wondering that that's just a mark of its growth, control, stuff like that. But with some help from my compatriots, It seems to have some natural divination magic to it. Natural divination magic. The Seeker looks down, like just stares down at it. Is it active right now? No. It seems that the magic dies with the creature.
Does
I
it affect
see.
anything infected?
You cut out in the middle. I heard you. Does affect.
Does it affect everything infected?
As far as my sample checking has done, any living sentient being that has a spinal column capable of action, conscious action, has that. So yes. To what extent? Well, this is one of the other seekers. To what extent does it divinate? Well, how to describe this? He looks out the far wall at the windows. Imagine each creature, and he points at the corpse on the table, is one of those windows. And everyone, like, started, all the seekers just trying to look at it. Each specific view from each window, you had to be standing there to look through. So, this is the head seeker. By the logic, there is some central being that has to walk around to each window. That is correct. But how do we know it's just one being? This is the other seeker again. Not the one that sort of ratted on you guys, but the other one. How do we know it's just one being? We don't. Which is why I'm telling you. And another thing to consider is that from the growth structure of these creatures, whatever's looking might have more than one eye. I see. So what's the good news then, Maestro? Well, the good news is that if there is some or particular or some amount of these overseer creatures, that is your target for ending this. They're the ones capable of controlling and manipulating these creatures, looking through the lenses, manipulating them through, and he runs his finger along like the spinal vertebrae. Do stuff like this, kill them. These things will become a lot more mindless and a lot more manipulable. Good news for purging them. But I leave purging matters to slayers. What of a vaccine? A cure. I'm gonna have some really fucking bad news for you, Seeker. I see. Thank you for this information, Maestro. We'll be sure to inform those that need informing. Thank you. And the three began leaving.
Pardon, if I may, a moment.
They stop.
We are concerned with Mira's well-being. Is she kept safe?
Like, you had his attention before, and then as you say, like, we're being, his, like, attentive eyes just dim. I assure you, adventurer, Seeker Mira is in a safe, held location.
Is that a Slayer or Seeker speaking?
These are all Seekers.
Okay.
That's why I asked. Is there anything we can do to help her situation?
He raises an eyebrow. And why would you be curious as to what we do to one?
She was a friend to us when we first came here. I would like to repay that courtesy.
I see. Well, from what I've gathered, you guys are the, how to say, involved parties with what went down. Perhaps if you'd like to deliver some retribution to bring us their corpse, that would do worlds. But, from my reports, good luck finding him.
The corpse of whom?
The assassin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's gonna be.
I still don't understand why Mira was imprisoned. She had no hand in this. She couldn't have.
And yet, she said so willingly let them in. A guard that lets an assassin into their walls is quite a failure in my book.
Do you think it's just a simple matter of she failed you, or you think she did it with intent?
I'm curious as to both at this point. If she had genuinely failed, that just speaks words about her incompetency.
What's her
If she had
competency?
let him in, that's just a question of loyalty. And I don't harbor traitors.
What's her track record of competency in the past?
Decent, nothing outstanding.
If that is your fear, I think you have bigger problems then.
What do you mean then, adventurer? Enlighten me.
For days that man was here, past countless seekers and slayers, shared drinks with him most likely, and none of them could discern his ability or identity. If you fear that she failed you for not recognizing him, then you have really big problems, as no one else did either.
Sounds like
Perhaps
someone
they're
was
on the
pushing for
feeling of
escape.
trusted brotherhood and of their fellow faction. The one that let him in.
Sounds like
Personally,
they want a scapegoat more than anything.
he looks at you. I will be perfectly honest with you, adventurer. I don't care for Seeker Mira's well-being. The people in the streets are absolutely furious at us. And I don't trust the Slayers any more than I could throw their spire to keep proper peace.
Nor do we. That is why when we came back, we gave food in your name, and we're going to Davros in your name.
I was wondering about that.
We want you back in power as much as anyone else. But to do that, we need Mira safe.
She was the one who showed us when we first came here that any semblance of long-lasting peace will be with you, not with them.
Marshall, roll me persuasion.
With a
And
J.
and no.
Can I
Don't
give
assume things
inspiration?
before I finish saying them. So, what's going to happen is, depending on what you roll, I may or may not give advantage to Aldrich.
Okay.
Get that bardic inspiration ready.
Yeah, I have it ready.
Oh, so good.
I'll tell you the DC is 14.
Oof.
I mean, do I get the inspiration? Because if so, it's possible. Unlikely.
You do
but
get the
possible.
inspiration. Dragana did say beforehand.
Hey!
I think that's exactly enough.
That's exactly.
Thank you.
Well,
JC.
he might not need the advantage. With advantage. Or he might get in that one, and you really need the fucking advantage.
Let's see.
Come on, JC, be on
What-
our side.
You cut out there for a second. What did you say?
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Oh, so
We'll see if you need it.
Bum,
but-
bum, bum.